All right, hey guys, welcome back to 234 in La Casa. So we're going to be making honey butter corn, and here in the South, or in the United States really, this is a season for fresh corn. Fresh corn is in season around from May to around September. So I prefer to, when I'm making corn, I prefer to use it fresh off the cob. So we've got 4 ears here that I'm going to be cutting off the cob in order to make this fabulous honey butter corn recipe. You'll love it. It's going to be a great side dish with your next meal, and so I'll bring you over and show you the ingredients. Okay guys, so whenever you have this fresh corn on the cob, you're going to want to take it out of the styrofoam tray and the plastic off. You're going to want to wash it and get all of the little husks and silk strands off, okay? And then I'll bring you all over to the sink and show you all how to, or over to my bowl. I'll decide if it's sink or bowl. I don't know which one yet. Show you all how to cut your kernels off the cob. All right guys, so we've got our corn here, and you want to keep a little bag next to it so you can put your cobs in there once you get the corn kernels cut off the cob, or just keep your trash can closed, or if you have a composting container that you use, you just want to throw your cobs in the composting container. And you also want to make sure that you have some diced onion and some diced jalapeno. I'm going to keep the seeds, you don't have to, and you don't have to use the jalapeno or the onion. This is optional, okay? So it's not a mandatory for this honey butter corn. All right guys, so I've already cut up, cut the other cobs and got them done. So I'm going to show you this one. Just make sure, like I said, when you rinse it, to get as much of the silk strands as you can off. You're not gonna, just try to get the majority of them off. I come across a few here and there as I'm cutting the kernels off, and I'll take them off there, but it's fresh, so that's to be expected. So you're just gonna cut your kernels off the cob like this. I'm using a serrated knife. This is actually a tomato knife. I need to get a different knife, but this is one of my favorite knives. And you're just gonna cut your kernels off all the way to the bottom, okay, of the cob. And hopefully y'all can see that. And try not to get real close to the cob, because you'll end up pulling some of the, I don't know what you call this, but some of the cob, and it's really hard. And so when you're eating it, it gets in your teeth and stuff, so it's not good. So just try to cut, don't go real deep. And then you're gonna take the back of your knife, okay? And you're gonna get all the milk. See that? All the milk, the liquid, I call it milk, corn milk or liquid, off the cob. You're gonna put that in here too. It's really good. It's really, and especially when the corn is in season, and it comes from a good grower too. You'll have a lot of milk in the cob. It's so good. This was just from the grocery store, but when you go to like a farmer's market and get corn, from local farmers and stuff like that, oh my God, it has so much juice in the cob, so much liquid milk, whatever you want to call it. And it cooks good. It's so sweet. It tastes so good. But this is just, make sure you use the back of your knife though, okay? And you want to get as much of that milk and as much of that liquid out. And I know it's flinging everywhere, but if you have it down in your bowl, I'm trying to show you all how to do it, but if you have it down in your bowl, it won't fling all over your countertop and stuff. It'll be more controlled. So just make sure you use a deep bowl if you're going to do it on your countertop, or do it in your sink. That's where I normally do it. I do it in my sink, my kitchen sink, in a bowl, okay? Okay guys, so you need to have a skillet, and we're gonna turn this on medium high heat, and I'm gonna add 5 tablespoons of butter to the skillet, and we're gonna let that melt. All right guys, so this is melted, and we're gonna go ahead and add our jalapeno and onion to this, and I'm gonna put just a little bit of kosher salt in here with these veggies, just to help them to go ahead and get to soften and everything and sweat some, okay? So that's about 1.5 pinches of kosher salt. Okay guys, so we're gonna turn this on down to medium. It's been sauteing here for about 3 to 5 minutes, just slowly coming up to temperature. And like I said, the butter is gonna serve a dual purpose. It's gonna not only, we're sauteing our veggies and corn in this, but it's also gonna be part of our honey butter sauce for the corn. And so we're gonna go ahead and add some honey to this, and you're gonna add about 3 teaspoons or so of honey. You can add more if you taste along the way and you want more sweetness, you can do that. I always add sugar to my corn anyway. All right, and then next we're going to go ahead and add 2 ounces or so of Philadelphia full fat cream cheese, and I've got mine at room temperature. Now this is a little bit tricky because when you use the block cream cheese, it doesn't like incorporate very well. So I normally will use whipped cream cheese. You can use either one. Okay, so I've got my whisk, and this is the one that I normally will use like with cream cheese, just to get it to go ahead and break apart. I actually think this is like a bartending whisk or something. I don't know. I don't think it's a food whisk, but like I said, I've told y'all before in my earlier videos, this is one of my favorite whisks just because of the way that it breaks apart cream cheese. And if you're a person that doesn't mind having those little bits of cream cheese, then you know, you don't have to do all of this. I don't like to see it. And so I try to break it up as much as I can and get it combined as you know, as best as possible when using that block cream cheese. Now some of these little spots in here and specks, that's the jalapeno seed and not the cream cheese. And you're going to add your corn, corn milk and all, okay? And normally when I have fresh corn on the cob and I fry it, I normally will have it more of on like a medium high heat and stand there and kind of, you know, fry it, put a lid on it, come back and check on it. But since this has honey in it, I'm gonna keep this at a lower heat setting just so the honey doesn't burn and scorch. There's nothing worse than having sugar and honey burned and scorched. It does not taste good at all. So you want to keep this at a low heat setting, and I don't mean totally low, I mean like medium low heat, and periodically check it, okay? And so I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on this and allow it to cook some, and then we'll come back and check it. I would suggest, if you have it on a medium low heat setting, to check it every like 3 to 5 minutes or so. Or if you start to smell it, of course, you don't want to wait until you smell it burned. That's not that's not going to be a good thing. But I just tend to err on the side of caution, and I'll probably just check it on my own every 3 to 5 minutes just because of the honey content. Okay guys, and so it started heating up some. I can see some bubbles, so I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of pink Himalayan sea salt, just like two pinches, and then I'm gonna put some black pepper, ground black pepper in here as well. And you'll just want to season to your specific taste. That's about a pinch and a half of black pepper, ground black pepper. Okay guys, so the corn is done. I'm gonna go ahead and taste it just to make sure that it's at my desired level of tenderness, sweetness, heat, all of that. So let me just taste it. This is really good. And you can see on top, there's like this little glaze on top. That's gonna be the fat content from your cream cheese, okay? So it's kind of like a little slick glaze. Don't worry about that. It tastes so good. The only thing that I think that it's gonna need is just some additional salt. So I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit more salt in here. And again, I'm using pink Himalayan sea salt. And I'm gonna add a little bit more black pepper too. I just like the way the black pepper looks. And I'm really not tasting it in the corn. When I did my taste test, I kind of waited for it to go on, you know, like an aftertaste, and I'm not tasting any pepper at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some more of this black pepper. And of course, I like spicy. So if you don't like a lot of heat or whatever, then just, you don't have to add all this pepper and stuff that I'm doing. I just have a tendency to enjoy a lot of heat and spicy in my food and stuff. So, and I think too, because I said it, but I'm gonna add just a little bit of granulated sugar. And I have a tendency to do this. It's like I'll taste stuff and it tastes fine, and then I'll start adding and then it tastes even better to me. So anyway. But yeah, I do that, but it doesn't like make it worse or something. It makes it better when I do that. So anyway, it's just kind of my process. Perfection. Yep, good. Okay, so I'll bring y'all back and we'll do a taste test on camera. Okay guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the taste test. And I did a separate video for honey butter corn. Well, I did two separate, the Salisbury steak and then the honey butter corn. So I'm just gonna taste both of them at the same time. So there's the honey butter corn. It's got jalapeno, onion, honey butter. It's so good, salt, pepper. And then there's your Salisbury steak, y'all. And I made some mashed potatoes, some broccoli over there for my broccoli lover. I have one child that's obsessed with broccoli. I said I was gonna get her a birthday cake in the shape of a broccoli for her next birthday. She loves it so much. So good, so good. And like I said in the you do not have to add the peppers and the onion and the jalapeno if you don't want to the corn. That's optional. I just enjoy it. This is excellent. All right, I will see you all next time at 234 in La Casa. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. My kids are hungry, so I'm gonna go ahead and get them fed. I'll see y'all next time. Take care. Love you. Bye.